Hi, my name's Nicole and I'm a Weight Watchers member on the Propoints plan. I've been doing it this is my 4th week now, and the reason I'm starting a blog is basically to put it out there and be a little bit more accountable about what I'm doing. My background is I am currently sitting at, what am I sitting at? 74.2 kilos. My goal weight with Weight Watchers is 70 kilos. I'm a returning Weight Watchers member. I originally lost weight on the points plan going back, would be a fair few years now, maybe about 6 or 7 years. And back then I joined at 78 kilos, which was the same weight as when I was 9 months pregnant with my son Rory. So I actually carried that weight for quite a while before I did anything about it. So I did lose it quite successfully on the points plan, and then I went on further to actually get down to 58 kilos, which is quite substantially underneath my goal weight. Anyway, in a snapshot, I don't want to bore you all, but I've been mostly sitting around the 65 to 68 kilo mark for a number of years. For me, the big wake-up call happened, I suppose, would have been a couple of years ago. I went overseas, had a marvelous time. I ate and I drank, and I basically didn't even watch a single thing that I did. My partner, my new partner at the time, waved me off at the airport I would have been 66 kilos, and when I turned up home, the shock was visibly written on his face, and it was noticeable how much weight I'd chopped on. Guessing at numbers, I'd say that I was probably about 72 kilos, and that was about maybe 18 months ago. And I've been hovering up anywhere from 74 kilos down to 68 ever since. I really want to get back down to 60 kilos. 62, I don't want to be obsessed about numbers, but that's where I feel the most comfortable. At the moment, I've got a really lovely wardrobe full of clothes. Can't fit into many of them. I just look like I'm a sausage trying to squish into things that I don't fit, essentially. I have a younger man, and I don't want to be the frumpy girl in the room when I'm with him. It has definitely affected my confidence, even though I really probably am only wanting to lose about 10 kilos. Even 5 kilos is a dress size, and it's not so much about the weight, is it really? It's about how you feel and how you're feeling in your own skin. For me, I had a bit of a wake-up call a couple of weeks ago. When I first started going back 4 or 5 weeks ago, I weighed in at, I think it was 74 kilos. And the next week, I lost, I think it was about 600-700 grams. Don't quote me on this, but roughly. And then I got complacent. I thought, yep, this is going to be a piece of cake. I know what I'm doing. I've done it before. I'm a lifetime member. I know it all. And next week, I put on 2.2 kilos. I'm not kidding, 2.2 kilos. I think I was kidding myself. I mean, I don't think I eat too badly, but obviously my portion sizes were too big. It's all the little snacking, lots of little bits and pieces that happen when you're stressed and you're not really conscious of what you're doing. And it was a bit of a kick up the bum. For me, it really solidified though last week, because I had my work gala ball on, and it's a really fancy pants do. I thought I looked absolutely, fantastic. Tickets on myself, but comparatively, to the point where I actually wore camisole with spaghetti straps. And looking back now, I think what was going on through my head? Was I insane? Was I deluded? Clearly I was. I mean, I had a couple of photos taken, and I thought, oh geez, that's a really dodgy photo. It's a bit unfortunate. We'll delete that one. And of course, every photo, I looked terrible. I looked overweight. That's the reality. I mean, you can see my tuck shop arms. I mean, you can see, look, come on, they're there. probably a bit hard to get them at the best angle, but I mean, also the double chin, you know, like these lovely shots, very unattractive. So that was a real wake-up call. I thought, my God, I am overweight. I've been telling myself that I haven't really got much weight to lose, and so I can have that extra chocky, and the reality is I can't. If I want to do this, I've got to commit to it and stop making excuses. So I'm happy to say that even though we had the Eka on after the ball, I lost 900 grams. And this week, today, my weigh-in, I lost 1.3. So, yay! Really excited. Had my bubble burst a little bit by my partner. He basically was like, you know, that's great, but just be careful. Don't get your hopes up, because maybe next week you won't have a loss. So that was, I know he actually did mean well. He doesn't want me to be disappointed, but really, I suppose in a way it made me feel like I'm on and off this. I've been on and off this and not really committed to it for so long that he's probably used to. It's kind of ruled my life, I suppose. This obsession with losing weight, but never actually really doing anything or doing it properly. So I'm hoping that I can rise above that and keep going and be committed to myself and this plan, and do it properly. Here's talking to you all next week.